If you're not on YouTube right now, we're going to keep going. Hello and welcome. I'm elizibar. We got a couple more missions to wrap up for Hardcase. These are like not story arc missions, they're just random ones. Because even though they seeded city villains with like the newspaper contacts to provide like filler missions, just like City of Heroes, the villain side has a lot of characters, a lot of contacts that have random stuff. Do I think generate? Yeah, sure. Looks like the whalers are even trying to make pacts with the Sioux. I doubt the Sioux are going to buy into it, but the sum total is the same. If the whalers got an edge, could mean St. Marshall being overrun. All right, well, let's beat up the negotiator. Remember back when Mission Architect was new, somebody was like, what if we had the Red Hat and Outcast secret meeting or something like that? Because Red Cat badges and Outcast kill badges were hard to get. So it was like, what do we at a mission like that? And then, of course, they made it so the kills in Mission Architect don't count for any of that stuff, which kinda just meant that we only ever farmed XP in Mission Architect instead of anything else. Weird. Weird how when you make a tool limited, people will just be like, fine, we'll do the most exploity thing possible with it. And then as you refine like what you can do, like as you're trying to stop them from doing that exploity thing, it's just ever more exploity things. The hero is me. Wow. That's a lot of pressure to put on me, XLG. That is a lot of pressure on me. Shoot, I don't have the whole I touch people and I can feel like they're evil sins thing going on though. I don't have that going on. So if you're like hoping for some of that action, it's probably not happening. Having said that, I do have a hatchet and a machete. So, you know, I can probably do the thing. I don't know what the thing is, but I can probably do it. Hey, here we go. Here's the negotiators. Ah, yes, the negotiator. Screw it. You know what? I am going to rewatch the Star Wars prequels, man. Maybe I'll like Clone Wars this time. I'm not going to like Clone Wars this time. Maybe I'll like Clone Wars this time. Why in all caps? Because I can. What else you got for me, Hardcase? Last thing we need is the Sioux working with whalers. I agree. The Carnivals have been causing problems again. They've been making some deals with the whalers, getting power over them by luring people away to use as bargaining chips and packs. Carnival just taking a bunch of people. Oh no. Let's stop the Carnival Pact, which is conveniently located right here. The shadows seem to be playing tricks on me. Look, I'm not here for a Babylon 5 crossover, okay? You believe they're crossing over Babylon 5 with the shadows? That seems wildly inappropriate and out of place, given that this is an MMO from a decade after that show went off the air. But I guess, what do I know? What do I know about cross-marketing opportunities? Don't worry, that Seneschal deserved it. Like, she was evil. You can you can quote me on that one. Probably not back there. Let's keep going this way. How do I maintain my dental routine? I don't even know what that means. I mean, I brush my teeth before I go to bed? I don't really understand what exactly you mean there, but that's what I got for you. Please enjoy it. I think you need to probably go to bed, XLG. You're getting a little weird, man. Even by your standards. Like, that's so out there. It's just like, what? Are you okay? Oh, you got it from a TikTok? Man, all I know is TikTok seems like it's bad for you. The general you, not the specific UXLG, but you as in society. Like, it just, I don't know. I like you, like, don't get me wrong, man. I like that short form content. I get sucked into YouTube shorts from time to time. But I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that. Usually when I'm doing that, it's like somebody narrating, like, for 60 seconds over dramatic music and stolen artwork some Warhammer 40k fact. Like, I just end up in that world sometimes. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to click her name, but whatever, she's off the to-do list. Great. Nice work. No need to go through that kind of heck. Yeah, that's true. I said, St. Marshall, my home, and the people who work in St. Marshall are my people. Nice. My people gone missing. Some council goons came charging in to load a bunch of folks into trucks. Oh no. An experiment on them. Well, this isn't the same kind of bad guys we're used to fighting, but you know what? We'll go do it, Hardcase, just for you. If I finish expressing my thoughts on this particular topic, Twitch and YouTube will ban me. So will Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Like, I'm just off the internet at that point. Bam! But yeah, I know my topics are sometimes Champ Gouch. Is that an actor? Champ Gouch? Because if that is, I'm going to have to just assert right here and now that I am, of course, the champion of Champignon. Alright? So don't mess with me. And I do have a Le Champion bandana around here somewhere that I could bust out too. So, you know, I got that Chris Jericho power as well. So you really shouldn't mess with me. I'm powered by mushrooms and Chris Jericho, who's currently not Le Champion, but is in fact the Nueve. Wow, I just really dated this video. That's okay. It's a nice video. Bought a dinner, you know. I'm just saying weird stuff. You got me saying weird stuff because you said weird stuff, and now we're all here being real weird together, and the poor lurkers are probably horrified. Like, they're just like, ah. Did you subscribe to Netflix? What wrestling? I don't even know what you're talking about. I have a Netflix sub, but I never use it. My mom uses it. Oh, there's an Archon up here. Let's go beat this guy up. The wrestling galas. I really have no idea what you're talking about, man. I just watch AEW and I watch Impact. Well, I fast forward through Impact. I don't even subscribe to Ring of Honor's thing, and I don't watch WWE. Well, I almost said F and E at the same time, and that was going to come out weird. Like, the last time I watched a WWF show was WrestleMania when Cody won the belt. And that was just because I like Cody. That really was not, oh, I'm watching this to watch WWF stuff. It was like, I just want to watch Cody Rhodes. I liked his dad. I like his brother, but Dustin has been saddled with like one bad gimmick after another for his entire career. Like, I get it. People are like, oh man, Goldust is great. Like, okay, yeah, sure. But he could have done so much more and so much better. Like, the peak Goldust moment is what? When he wrestled Roddy Piper and he hit Roddy Piper with a car? Like, I think that was kind of like the peak of Dustin's career, which is sad. That was 30 years ago. Then he was in Impact for like 6 months or a year or something as Black Rain, and that was terrible. He had that bit where he was going to be 7 or something like that in WCW, but the whole thing just came off like he was going to kidnap or do worse things to a small child, like, and they just immediately dropped it because it was so terrible. Like, at least Cody got out of the whole Stardust thing that Vince shoved him into. Mr. McMahon, if you will. Or if you won't, I don't think he really cares. We will share something here in a minute. You know, there can be a hostage up on top sometimes. I see that once in a while. Doesn't look like it today. There's no hostage over there. Where is this last hostage? Behind some crates or something? Oh. This is just the entrance, right? Yeah. Alright, we'll beat up these 3 dudes real quick. I really don't like missions where it's like, where's the objective at? I feel like missions should just be very clear. Like, here's objective, here's objective, here's objective. Just to let you go. Let you run. Let you be free. Okay, we took that group out. Took these broskies out. We've been around the loop over there. That really just leaves the water room. Alright, we'll kill everybody in the water. Oh, I know where it is. Hold on. There's a depressed area over here. Kind of like those people that can't brush their teeth. Right? No? Anyway, XLG, the term is not gala. Like, it would just be show. You know, kind of like how it's high school and not gymnasium in English. In English, the word gala or gala, however you want to pronounce it, has the connotation of like high fashion or a rich person's party. Definitely not something for hoi polloi to be attending, like a wrestling show. Thanks for doing this, Tabez. No, it's not your regular thing, but we gotta protect our own right. Yeah, whatever you say, man. You paid me money. You know, the problem with old friends and the whalers, they've been getting aggressive again, attacking people in local neighborhoods. The local arachnos authority been called in, but the local force having trouble dealing with it. Oh, no. Help arachnos fight whalers. Okay, well, that's fine with me. Sounds like there's going to be some money. I love this, by the way. Like, just jumping from rooftop to rooftop. There's a couple things City Heroes does really, really well, and very few other games, if any, have ever quite replicated them. One is this. The ability to just traverse. No fancy, like, parkour animations or whatever. Like, you just want to jump from a roof to a roof? Boom. In French, you say gala de lutte or gala de boxe. Ah, boxing. Yeah, okay. I know I mispronounced that, but please don't, like, shatter my illusions of how those words are pronounced. So you use it just as the gala as, like, straight up just, it's a show. But English, the English language has the tendency, because the English are weirdos, and were invaded by the Normans, and thus consider French to be like a high-class language. Anytime the English want to make something sound fancy, they use the French word. Like, in the military, instead of having material, it's materiel, spelled like you're French, with like an accented I and everything, man. It's insane. Because that's fancier. That's like, oh yeah, that's what Napoleon would say. So we're going to do what Napoleon said. I'll give the French one thing, though. They understand flavor, unlike the British. British are all like, oh man, what if we just took like some eels out of the river, slapped them in some ooze, also from the river, and threw it in a pie crust, which did not come from the river, and we just call that food. Oh, do we actually have to beat all the whalers? We must have to beat all the whalers here. Okay, well that's fine. We can defeat them all. Rest of the universe, that sounds disgusting. The British, ah yeah, eel pie. Oh, let's jelly those eels too. Let's like put them in aspic as well, because we can. And that makes it high class because aspic is French. It just means jello. Good on Napoleonic terms like reconnoiter. Hey, yeah. So there's a lot of historical reasons, but it's basically like the Normans spoke French. That's why English has one of my favorite things out of any language. The animal and the meat are different words. So, like beef, right? The meat is beef. The animal is cow. Because in French, it's bouffe. And so the Normans, who are the nobility, were like, bring me the bouffe. The poor Anglo-Saxons that were oppressed by the Normans still spoke Old English, and it's like, the cow. And so the term for the animal is in the old word, because that's what the common people did. But the meat, since the rich people ate it, is in French. Bouffe. Beef. Shia LaBeouf. Right? He's an actor. Yo, it's kind of funny. I like Shia LaBeouf, or what? I'm mispronouncing his name now. Like, I like him, but I don't think I actually like him in any movies he's actually in. Like, it's the weirdest thing. It's like, yeah, I like him. And then I like go watch like Transformers or whatever. And it's like, that was kind of terrible. Yeah, English is very interesting where it's a polyglot language made up of other languages. So you can actually get like a pretty solid language out of English just from the Anglic words. Whether you go to like Saxon or Old English, or the words borrowed from the Jutes, like that kind of stuff, like the Germanic heritage, like you can get a pretty solid language. You would end up like having some interesting word choices. Like instead, like especially in terms of scientific words, because like you'd have to rename all the elements, right? Copy. I've never seen Disturbia, but like helium, right? Named after the Greek god of the sun, Helios. If you wanted to translate that to like old words that are derived from Germanic, from Saxon instead of Greek and Latin, then you would call it sun stuff. What's lithium? Lithium literally means rock. That's what lith is. So lithium is rock stuff or earth stuff, depending on how you want to translate that. So that's what you would call that if you went to like German roots for all these words. English has a whole language built into it that's all German, and there's a whole language built into it that's like derived out of Old French and Latin, with loan words from Greek for things. So there's like two separate languages coexisting together in English with mostly but not quite complete German grammar. And we also steal the do construct, which is only found in a couple other languages in the whole world, out of Old Celtic. It's incredible. It is incredible. That's why English has so gosh darn many words. And that's why English also goes, hey, I can just jam words together to make new words. Right? Like, think about it. You need a word to describe something that keeps the thresh inside of your house. What does it do? It holds it. What are you going to call that word? Threshold. Thresh and hold put together to make a new word. That's right out of German, man. That's what German does. And so English has a lot of words it inherits from combining multiple words together into a new word in the same way that German does. English does not have that construct in German, though, where you end your sentence with also. German has that, and so if you ever run into like a native German speaker and they're not super practiced speaking English, they will do that sometimes. They will be like, we went to the club and the bar also, instead of we went to the club and also the bar. And they get that out of German. Anyway, linguistics is fun. I'm not very good at it, but it's pretty fun. Some languages are just amazing. I happened to be talking with a dude the other day about this, and he was like, yeah, how many cases does Finnish have? And we looked it up, and it was like 18 cases. It's like, good lord. English gets away with 2 for most things, and like 3 for pronouns. And then German has like 4. There's like what, the generative, injective. I don't even remember. Rescue some people from the Circle of Thorns. All right, Circle of Thorns been stealing people from casinos to bait whalers. Well, that's no good. Oh, we gotta go all the way to frickin' Nerva? He sent us all the way to frickin' Nerva. You believe that? We can't teleport there directly. All right, well, we'll run then. Oh, we're gonna have to stop after we finish these missions for him because I have been like talking so enthusiastically here, I'm losing my voice. Sweet Aunt Jemima, it's all the way the frick out there. Ugh. Good old Shia the Boof. Actually, wait, he was in that movie, like 2005 or something, right? When he was a kid? Holes or something, where they're like looking for treasure? He was in that, right? I kind of like that movie. Dark Side Knight says, yup. Yeah, I kind of like that movie. Like, I won't say it was a great movie, but it was kind of fun. I watched that. It came on like a Saturday or something. I had nothing going on, so I just like had it on TV while I was doing other stuff. I used to watch a lot of movies that way because I'd have like Sci-Fi Channel or something on the TV all day while I played like Master of Orion. Or screwed around with the Chessmaster 3000 or something. Man, when these guys kidnap people, they really kidnap them, don't they? Five patrons to recover. Okay, we've done a lot of 5 patrons to rescue, but okay. I'm sure if I thought about it for a little while, I could remember like some of the other non-Transformer movies he's been in that I've seen. But like that's just like the obvious like thing that I remember, you know? Those movies are kind of awful. It's not his fault that they're awful. But I did like Shia LaBeouf's appearance in Hot Ones that he did several years back. He's actually very endearing in that. He starts talking about how he was at like the hotel filming a movie and him and his friend hit the buffet and we're in the middle of an ad break, so you're not even getting the story. And like they hit the buffet and then they only realized later that it was like the Bilderberg meeting or something. Like it's just like, this is wild. As you go through your life, like whatever you're doing, like remember fun, weird stories like that. Like they don't have to be outrageous like that. But like you are going to encounter people and situations that are interesting. And remember them because you can get good stories out of that kind of stuff. You know, you got to put yourself out there a little bit so you can encounter some of those situations. Like don't go do something stupid like, I don't know, something that would get me in trouble if I like said it here on stream. Like don't go do that. Don't go commit crime. But as you're going through your life and you're goobing around doing stuff, you know, have fun, enjoy it, remember it. And then with your friends, you know, let them know, hey, this ridiculous thing happened to me. Because you never know, like that could be just the thing somebody needed to hear, or it could be something fun that helps them through whatever they're going through in their life. Apparently we're just doing a Circle of Thorns kill-all at this point in this mission. Because these guys are being jerks. I hate when they change the high-level Circle of Thorns in this, in Homecoming, that they were just like, what if we had a spawn that was like 16 spectrals? Screw you, whoever came up with that. That is disgusting. That is one of the worst ideas anybody has ever come up with for this game. I mean it. F you. You should feel ashamed at having come up with that. Well, at level 50, you should have the tools to do it. I shouldn't have to deal with it. It's stupid to have that many enemies debuffing your 2-hit. Like, you don't see them go and be like, oh man, what if we stuck like 25 radiologists in like a Cray enemy spawn? You don't see that. You know why? Because 25 radiologists all busting out rad powers, debuffing your defense, gets you killed instantly. Alright. Off the high horse, sorry. Sorry, I just had to get that out of my system. Like, that is definitely a gripe I have. Oh, F this map. Well, they're worse because sometimes the teleporters, well, maybe that's not true anymore. There were many years back on Live where the teleporters would not actually go consistently to the same places. And it would make the maps really hard to navigate because sometimes you'd have to go through the same teleporter multiple times to get to wherever you were supposed to go. It didn't happen all the time, but sometimes that did happen. Although these days, the really annoying thing for Circle of Thorns maps is just the torches. But I specifically have an animus, like, a dislike of this room in particular. Good, we shanked that guy before he could get away from us. Hey, somebody's forming a 10-packs. Man, on another night, on another character, I'd be all over doing that. I love Apex, and it's just fun. I like 10 Mage too, but not nearly as much as Apex. Wait, hold on. 10 Mage is the one where you have the, like, really boring Defend the Portal Corporation mission, right? Where you have the stupid giant Warwalker that drops down and then just takes forever to die but doesn't hurt anybody. Like, I dislike that mission. I like everything else about 10 Mage. And it's just because the Warwalker has so much HP. And it's like, then you immediately turn around and fight 2 more of them, you know? So what was even the point of just having one? Okay, no hostage back there. I forget where we're supposed to go here. I really don't like this room because I always get lost in here. You think after a decade I would stop getting lost in here? You would be wrong. I don't even want to fight these guys. I just want to get out of here to wherever the next person I need to rescue is. You know, I should have just auto-completed this. Live and learn. But you know, here's one of the things, like, making stuff fun and challenging doesn't necessarily mean making things long. Because you can, there's a phrase, you can gild the lily. Like, the lily doesn't need gold on it. The lily is a beautiful thing all on its own. But some people are like, what if we gold-plated this beautiful flower? And by doing that, you lose some of the original charm of that flower. And I think, especially today, you know, where the audience for MMOs is not really kids, like 18-year-olds with too much free time anymore. It seems to have skewed somewhat older for most MMOs, especially City Heroes, because it's such an old MMO. It's a lot of old heads playing it. Like, I think bite-size gameplay, get in and out in 20 minutes, really makes a lot of sense. And I think the game could probably use more stuff like that. Oh, sweet ice cream. The mission just keeps going on and on and on. You know what I was saying about 20 minutes? I think we've been in this map for 20 minutes. We could have done an Apex in the time we've been on this map. Wow, that's actually kind of depressing. If I was in the position where I actually cared about money and stuff, like, that would hurt. Okay, there's a death mage. I don't care. Where is the hostage? Do you have a hostage? No. You have a hostage, though. Get over here. Get over here! Hey, there's another hostage. Great. Let's liberate this guy. Because where these Circle of Thorn dudes are going, they won't need eyes to see. Let's go. Let's see, there's a boss here with a dialogue pop up. If we kill him, maybe we'll see the last person on the map. Nope. Not worth a shot. Where do you think this last hostage is? You're right. Up top. Up frickin' top. Get through the door. Thank you. That's patrol. No, not actually up top. Well, what if we take out this patrol? Patrols count as objectives sometimes, but not always. Oh, where'd Guy go? Oh, there he is. Well, why were y'all stuck up on that pillar, bro? Get out of here. We're going to take this group out just because they're here. And their existence offends me. You exist because I allow it, and you will end because I demand it. Okay, that was a dead end. Go back through this crap again. Yeah, I distinctly remember a couple patches where you could not trust, like, those teleport things to get you where you want it to go. What an annoying group of enemies to have to deal with. Okay, we got the invisible guy before he finished going invisible. I'm pretty sure I've seen enemies sometimes beat down in these little side paths. Maybe they were just like patrols or something that got lost, but that's still annoying. I'm about to just give up. I have no idea where this last hostage could be. Like, I kind of feel like we've walked everywhere at this point. Like, we've definitely been here in the little crescent. I think we even went in the little building over here, and we ducked all the way around the corner. I should do a mission architect mission that is just 100 glowy clicks and no enemies. It's not on the map. I've already been looking. You're regular enemies. You don't got a hostage. We're going to beat you up anyway, though, bros. Like, I keep looking at the map. Like, every time I take a group out, I've been looking at the map to try to see, did that pop the last objective onto the map? And the answer is nope. Not sure where Broski is hanging out. He's somewhere. That's the entrance. I don't even think there's any enemies left on the map except for like the two groups in this room. I've been down here around the corner. Like, I already checked this room out. Where's the rest of the spawn? There were 3 guys here before. Because I know the game likes to hide stuff up here on this little dais. I've been all around this. Like, we've looped this multiple times down here. There's not some stupid platform on the side wall or something in here, is there? Why would I use the portals? Portals are your enemy. Wow. Let's see, where's the other portal? It's right around here, ain't it? I didn't just miss him like tucked up against this wall, did I? No. I've done that before, where there'll be like an enemy standing like right here, and he's the like one that we have to kill for the mission, and I will just miss that idiot. There's not just like a bad guy that wandered to the front door, is there? Nope. Alright, let's check all through here again. And up here, we did check around this corner, right? Like, we've checked this a couple of times. Yeah, there's nobody here. Did we knock somebody through a wall, maybe? Because Ripper does have knockback. I hope not. Freaking! Why would you put an objective up here? Like, number one, why was there an objective up there? Number two, why didn't it show on the map? Got them back? Good. They can't spend money at the Golden Giza if they're dead. Thank you, Hardcase, for your mostly fun missions. That one was not particularly fun, but I did have a pretty good time with most of your story arc. Oh, gosh! It is after midnight. Holy moly. Who is even still streaming that I know? Oh, you know what? Orange Joker is playing Atomfall. I want to watch him play that a little bit more. So, Dark Cyanide, XLG. Gosh, I know I'm forgetting people. Pledium, Cosmic Fire, thank you for the raid. Moop Moop, Ninja. Whoever I'm forgetting. Thank you so much for everything, all the time you spent hanging out with me. It was awesome. I had a good time. I'm about to start coughing. I'm losing my voice. Okay, coughing ended. I'm just going to drop a raid on Orange Joker. You can come over with me if you like. He's playing Atomfall, which is new. It just came out the other day. And you all have a great one. And I'll see you next time. Till then, take care of yourselves. And if you happen to be watching this later on YouTube as well, you know, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. They tell me it really helps out. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.